I was pantomiming. Sorry. I may speak? Oh. Well, I guess it's not so silent anymore. Okay. I'm still gonna try to be respectful. So I'm not gonna chit chat 24/7, but yeah. This is the second enemy. I think it's pretty cool. Here's number one. This is gonna be like a larger guy with more health. This will be like kind of a smaller guy. I was gonna make these guys little skeletons, like, you know, but I kind of like this head that's starting out here. It looks kind of cool. So I don't know. Maybe I'll keep that. We'll see. Yeah, but it just looks. I think that looks pretty cool, actually. So let's do this. I kind of want to grab the whole thing. Okay, do that. See, a little bit of a tilt there, something like that. These are, I guess that would be cool. They look like little goblin guys. So this is 100 by 100. He's 100 by 130. So I think we want them even a little smaller than that. So that's okay if they're like there. Okay, and I'm gonna do more to the head, but I like to do this first a wee bit, and then maybe I'll even add a little pizzazz here. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Actually, I'll flesh out, I'm gonna flesh out the details a little later. I like that head, and I'll start making the torso. Which I think is going to be pretty similar, if I'm being honest. Unless there was a really cool image I saw yesterday. It kind of inspired this whole art style. Let's see if I can find it. I don't know if I'm going to show you guys my full history. Ay, Dios mío. Okay, there we go. There we go. This picture. Kind of inspired, so this roughly inspired this original enemy right here. Because I liked the idea of like just like a floating torso and stuff. So for these guys, I'm actually going to go more towards this. Or maybe I'll even give them. I don't think they need horns, but we'll see. Oh, a tail would actually be kind of cool on these guys. Obviously no hands. I don't know if I want them to have the full torso here. But like basically everything needs a rib cage, right? I don't want to make them too similar though, so if I make a rib cage of them, they're not really going to be that different. Okay, what if we do... that... Hey, what's going on, man? Good to hear it. I was trying to look up like a picture of a hood, and this is what I get. Oh my god. I gotta send this to my girlfriend. Look what I just sent you. I was trying to look up a picture of a hoodie, and I searched hood cartoon. But I don't want like a hoodie. I want like a picture of, I don't know. I think I've got what I want in my head, so I'm gonna go for it, but we'll see. Okay, so I'm gonna do the pen tool. We'll do a little something like this, something like this. Okay, a little bit of this. Yeah, I'll just do the first one. Go like this. That. So it's like a very basic type of deal there. And then I want to do another little one. This. So these guys will like almost have arms, but not quite. See the idea? Let's see.
Do you get it?
No.
We're doing Lyme's disease.
You're putting that on a slide?
Yeah.
This is medical school, everybody. So this is a picture of Lyme's disease. Is it Lyme's or Lyme disease?
I don't know.
You're a doctor. You should know. Okay. Well, there you go. That's Lyme's disease. I'm just kidding. Lyme's disease comes from a tick, which is why that is funny to people who don't have a sense of humor. Like my girlfriend. I'm just kidding. She's pretty funny. Sometimes. Okay, so these need to be 0.2. Actually, we can do this to both of them. Save me 10 seconds. Okay, cool. And then we'll fill them both with this color, and there you go. And then I'm gonna change these out a little bit here. The A tool. I think this needs to go just a tad bit lower, kind of like this. And then a little bit, want to make it bend a wee bit. Kind of like that, probably something like that. Yeah, there we go. And then this definitely needs to go a little bit like that. Yep, that looks good. And then this is going to bend in a little like that to show a little chest there. And then what I'm going to do is connect these two like this, then like this. Okay, should be able to snag that one this way, pull this one this way, and then I can do, I don't want to do that? No, that's not what I want to do, but all I gotta do is put that behind there. That's what I want to do. Make this a new group. Okay, and then in this one I'm going to fill with this color, I think. I might actually, let's see, maybe I fill it with that color. Yeah, that's cool. It's cool. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, so there's the top of the hood type thing. I'm gonna add some more details, make it a little more intriguing in a sec, but this is a good start. Got this one, and we'll give it a little bit of a ribbed shoulder here. Make this go in there a little bit. I don't know if I want these to be, yeah, I think I want these to be small like that, and then we'll make these a little bit like that. Ever so slightly bend them, just to give it a little more character. Okay, and then same deal here. I'm going to pull this one this way, this one this way a little bit, bring it behind that. I'm going to group these, and then on this one I think I am going to, well, I guess we could do this. Definitely want a little bit more, because we want to be able to see. See, wrong one. I'll grab this one. Okay. Alright, okay. Hi, ladies. Yeah. So those are the two options. What's up, Dakilla? What's up, Ennis? Everybody here? It's the whole fam. I'm being a little quiet because my girlfriend's doing work for medical school, but I'm making the second enemy. Yeah, I haven't showed you guys, oh, it looks like a lot of people are already dipping out, but I haven't showed most of you guys the first enemy, which is this guy. He's like kind of the heavy-duty guy. So the idea that I've come up with is that there's going to be two types of enemies that basically run around the top of the screen. Watch it. Let me give you a quick rundown of everything that's happened. So for one thing, I've really fixed those guys up. But essentially, enemies are going to spawn at the top of the screen right here. They're going to run across. right? We're going to have 3 types of enemies, at least to start. One is going to be this guy, who's going to be like kind of pretty much the most badass guy in the arsenal. Number 2 is going to be one of these guys, which have notably less health, run a little faster, you can snag them easily, right? And both of those 2 guys will shoot these little, like, I'll probably just make these crystals down at you, okay? And then you have to do several different things to kind of get them. You're going to be able to parry and attack in this game, so when they shoot those crystals, you can parry them, and then they'll bounce based upon how you hit them back up, almost like Pong in a way. So that's kind of cool, and you can use those to hurt the enemy and do tons of stuff like that. Now, the number 3. Oh, thanks you guys. This is actually like my first time. So I just got this program. It's $25, and it's just like I'm blown away of how good that looks. It's like that's beyond my skill level. It feels like, but anyway. So yeah, those 2 enemies will do that, and then we're also gonna have like a ghost type enemy, and the ghost type enemy is gonna come out and then actually come down here and try to physically hit you. And so those are the guys you'll run around and try to hit, like actually kick and beat the crap out of them and stuff. So let me show you what I've made. So this is the when you get the good dream, you get this for 6 seconds. This like fully automatic dream cannon. Pretty epic, I think. It looks pretty cool. And so you're controlling this with your mouse keys. And so yeah, if you watched me on stream yesterday, I did quite a few changes to it. So now it's fully automatic rather than just getting 3 shots. You don't lose rings, and added quite a few animations to it to make it look cooler. And yeah, also instead of snapping to the positions, like as you can see right now, it's LARPing to them, which I think is cool. I guess I need to fix that because I shouldn't still be glowing, but that's a minor tweak. But yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. Yeah, that was a really fun thing, and I'm surprised I knocked it out. Well, I guess it took me a whole day to make that, so we'll see. We'll see. I don't really know if I consider that quick. So hopefully I can get these guys done a little quicker. I think most of what they're doing I have done before, what I'm going to have them do, like spawning the particles and shooting stuff. So yeah, so now we've got this little guy here. I think I want their head to be like pretty disproportional to their body. I think that would just look funny, so yeah, I'll do that. And then we'll grab the head here. I think that looks cute. And then for right now I'll keep these pink, but I'm heavily considering making these ones, oopsies, not that. Oh, gosh. Heavily considering making these ones blue instead of pink. Like that. But I don't know. I think I like the pink better because the blue doesn't really stand out. And then the pink kind of makes it seem like, oh yeah, they're filled with this like bad juju, dark energy type of stuff. So that's the deal. Oh, thanks, man. But the other problem is like this. So this is vector, right? So this is like displaying at like the maximum number of pixels. But like if we go and transform it into pixels, that's what it looks like at the resolution. So it ends up looking. So you can see it right here. So actually, it still looks pretty good. Like you can still see it, but I mean, you do lose some of the detail. But you can tell what's going on. Yeah, and then so I actually think the pixel preview in this makes it look worse than it actually does. Like I don't feel like it looks this bad there. But yeah, it is pixelated. So that's something to actually keep in mind while I'm making these, is to not make them too pixelated. Actually, just realized I want to fix this because this looks a little odd to me. Well, more like that, I think. Yeah, that looks a little better. And then I want to stretch this down. Yeah, sweet. And we'll do that. Yeah, that looks better to me. Cool. We can check out Pixel Preview. Oh my god, we're losing all the detail. Damn it. We'll see. Maybe I'll fix that instead of change it. But okay. So then, again, we're gonna do a lot more to this, but that's like good for the basic shape. Oh, I don't even know. Do I want this thing to have feet? It would be a lot easier for me if I didn't, and it would kind of, I think, look cooler if it didn't either.
No.
But I actually know a trick. So I don't know if you guys have ever... You can still use SVG with Godot. Oh, thanks, Ennis. Yeah, I think that's very cool. Dude, I actually was just looking that up and I couldn't figure it out, but I feel like it's just going to convert the SVG to a PNG regardless. And then, I could make the resolution bigger on my game for sure. I just feel like no one's computer is going to, like, it's already 1080 by 1080. Like, no one's computer is bigger than 1080 by 1080, right? So I don't know. But yeah, I mean, yeah, shoot me over to like some article or something to do that, and maybe I'll look into it definitely after the jam, potentially before the jam. I just want to get this done first. Okay, so yeah. I actually am going to give him feet because I don't know if you guys ever played the game Paper Mario. Am I talking too much? Okay. I don't know if you guys ever played the game Paper Mario. This is actually my favorite game of all time. Paper Mario TTYD. And if you look at, like, literally, I'd love to do, like, is that the first Paper Mario? It looks like garbage. Paper Mario versus the Thousand Years Door, Paper Mario 64, and TTYD. Whoa, interesting. That's cool. Oh, gosh. It's just, like, this is by far, like, one of the best games I've ever played still. But I just want to get a little bit to show you how
This
they
video
do.
was made possible thanks.
That's bullshit. That's not what I want. I want, like, a playthrough. Is this it? This'll do, eh?
I thought you could help me. Hey, just before stomping the way
Okay,
to beat this
so
freak of
let's get some.
the lunatics like you.
There are a lot of
Mario
cutscenes
World.
here.
Here
So
we
see
are,
how he
guys,
walks?
road for it.
What they're doing with the feet is literally just swaying them like this, like no effort into it. But I am going to do that exact thing for these guys, and except really, really fast. And so what should happen there is it'll just look like they're scurrying, which I think will look cool for these little mini guys. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I guess I'll just make two little boot type feets, little booties. Let's get those going. There's the head. Okay, so we got head. We also have torso. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and make one more. Well, I can't make a group until we make something. So let's do this. Do we use pens? What do I want from these guys? I could make those feet. Those aren't bad. Those are very simple and kind of cool looking. So maybe I'll do that. So I'll make a like kind of basic, just kind of like a shackle type thing probably. I think is what I'll do here. Let's just oopsies, delete this. Okay, and then I'll make just two simple little skeleton feet sticking out of there. We'll go a little bit pretty small looking feetsies. Feetsies. Okay. Just going to show you guys how easy it is to make dope things with this program. And that's a foot, right? But we're going to transform the hell out of this thing. Actually, I'm going to add one more right here. Make this the heel, like that. Okay, something like that. And then do this. Look, let's see, how does he make those? Yeah, they're just okay. Cool. Let me see if I can give this guy credit, whoever made this, because this is heavily inspiring my art. This is like, I love this guy's style. Extremely Matthew Britton, only stock vector. Yeah, so cool. He's a dope dude, I guess. Don't know him. Hopefully he's cool. Okay, so we'll do something like that. And we will do the same thing for this one, make that like that. Do this one a little bit like that. Cute little pitter-patter feet. And then I will probably do a little something like this. It's a little more substantial. Okay, just like that. I'll move this down a little bit. Okay, cool. Want the heel to be a little farther back. We'll give that a little bit of a bend there. And then I'll take this. And I want to give that a little bit there, and then this will come down like this instead of go up. And then again, we'll add a, what we should do real quick is go through all these and add that color in there. This color, add, 1, it should be under there. And then 2. Oh, yeah, it's not. You're never gonna be able to tell. But if I give this, actually I can just get rid of the stroke probably. Ah, but then that looks weird. Okay, let's make this a 0.05 stroke. Cool. Okay. And let's see. I'll do something like this. Stick that there. Something like this. And then I want this to look much more. Maybe I'll take anything. Okay. Cool, cool. A little bit right there. And then again, we will take this, make it this color. And then, you know, maybe I will do that with this thing, but I don't think I want to. This I want to go above the foot as well, though. So this is like to be some kind of little shackle type thing. Maybe I'll make those blue. A little bit like that. Yeah, that's interesting. Gives a little bit of visual interest, a little something else. And yeah, those are very simple feet. I don't mind them. I think when they pixelate, they'll look okay. Yeah, it does look a little weird, huh? I'll just make them even simpler then. Just get rid of this thing. And then for this, we'll just make this go like that. I think that's going to be the way to go. A little something like that. Yeah, just even simpler. That looks fine. And then, I mean, I guess we could do this in pink. Keep it much more... I don't like that, though. Nah, we're going to keep that this. This was much quicker. I mean, I already like this quite a bit. And then we'll just group this as a foot. Okay, and then this here. Okay, make a copy. Put that one like right there. Like that, so it gives a little bit of like something's happening. Okay, let's group these guys together as feet. Put them below, and there you go. Okay, now I'm just going to add a few details to bring this guy to life a little more. So I'm going to start with the head. Use this tool right here. I do kind of want to give him like a fracture, but I just feel like that's not going to come in the final product. I might do a little something like this. Give this a little like slump like that. I think that might look cool. Okay. That, and then that. Oop, that's not what I was trying to do. It's weird. Okay. My mouse is like not tracking super well, which is weird because I literally just bought a brand new trackpad with little wrist support and stuff, and it's like not they're tracking that well. Okay, and then I'll make this go like that. And then we'll come into here. I mean, that's fine. And then what I'm going to do here is just add a quick little... Oh, that didn't work. I want to add 0.2. So it's a continuation. Oh, that's so small. It's going to be 0.2, so that should be about the same. Oopsies. Whoopsies. Something like that. Okay. And that just makes that look like that is actually falling off there. I don't know if I like that. Let's see. I mean, I know what I was trying to do, but I don't know if I did it. That looks, yeah, that just doesn't. Anyone got an opinion? Because I don't think I like that. I'm gonna do all that. That honestly looks better. No, it still looks weird. Put that. Something this program like won't let you oftentimes redo, which is kind of annoying, I feel like. Think about that. think about that. The opposite thing here. Okay. No, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Definitely thought that would look cooler, and I think it does. That's something. Okay, let's see. Dun 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 dun. That's all right. You know. Okay. And then I think we need to do a little something here. I'll bring this in a little bit. I think that helps. Yeah, so I think I actually kind of like that it doesn't have teeth. I was going to give him teeth, but I kind of like that he doesn't have the teeth. So I think rather than give him teeth, I'm going to just kind of accentuate this by really kind of make this mouth look dried up and in there. I'm going to grab these two curves. If you duplicate them, just there, grab these two, V tool, this, transform, flip vertical, and transform, flip horizontal, like that. We need to change the rotation tab. Oh no, we need to transform horizontal again, because they need to be like that, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's solid. Okay, and then I might edit them just a tad here to match this a little better. So I think this needs to be a little sharper there. Even though this is the kind of detail that will not translate to the pixel. And then, I mean, maybe even have the creases come up here. That'd be cool. That'd be something. It kind of looks like a mustache. Not what I'm going for, obviously. But let's see. Okay, cool. Now, just get rid of that. Unneeded. And then I guess we'll just come in here and make these a few more interesting details. So I think that looks good with a little bit of curvature. I'm going to go ahead and use this tool, which is a cool curve tool. And that will allow me to soften that up. Kind of make that a little more, something like that. And then now I'm going to go ahead and just give a few random detailed points here. I think with this, I do actually also want to do that here. Soften that up. This, I like this being a little more pointy. Could give horns, but I don't think I need horns. I don't think I want horns. I'll give like a little tear here in the hat, I think would look interesting. So the way I've done this in the past, let's do a little something like this. Do a little something like this. And you do a little something like that. Yeah, I think that's a good tiny little detail there. I feel like I added so much more here, but that was a skull, so I wanted it to be very battered and tattered and looking weird and stuff like that. But this is, you know, I want it to maintain most of its shape. This is supposed to be some mixture of a skull and like a sack over the back of his head, right? So we'll see. We will see. Is this really... I mean, I could probably delete this, but then I have to remake this curve here, which is sometimes tougher than you might think. Especially because now if I do this, it's gonna, oh, that's weird, it's not fucking with that too much. It was fun with that bit. I don't mind it at all. What I might do here though is something like this to bring that up with the mouth, and then do a little bit of that, a little bit of this, and then now I can do something like this. I think it's all right. Okay, so that's cool by me. I think I'm gonna leave that. Now this I had some plans, so let's get into the torso. I wanted to add some detail that I feel like is not gonna show up though. But let's just go give it a shot, eh? So this is the main curve here, and yeah, I'll just add a quick little tear, I think, is all I'm just going to add. So again, same procedure. A little bit of that, a little bit of that, a little bit of that. Like that, and then shrink these up and go like that. Okay, I got a little tear in there. That's fine. So I wanted to have this kind of had like a drop V to it, but I don't really actually know how I would go about doing that, especially with the limited detail I'm going to preserve here. Yeah, so that might be it for this guy. I'm relatively happy with that, actually. I think what I might want to do is take both the head and the torso and rotate that just a teensy bit. Something like that. And then take the feet, put them where they probably should be. That looks good, actually. Quite centered on everything. And then we'll group this together, and then you guys can see how I do the whole process here. So I take this guy, I'll go ahead and center him on the whole page, apply, Command P, and then instead of, anchor to page, center, it looks like the X, we can probably get away with like 50. Yeah, we can, but the problem is also, we're keeping a fair amount of the detail there, but we can make this guy probably, I'm gonna undo, what is that? What is this? No. What on earth? What have I done? There we go. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna take this guy. So how big are we looking at here? So right now the Y is 100 pixels, and I think the other guy was 130 pixels. So let's make this guy 90 pixels tall. So I'll do that. Okay. And then what did I just? That was a anchor to page. Okay. And then so when I take this group now, I should be able to expand it to fill that. Make it a teensy bit smaller than that. That looks good. And then we will center it. Apply, and then to that. And then I want to take, so this is something I want to do. So if you go here, we can unhinge this to make this 52, which will very slightly change the proportions, but then I find that if you have an even number of pixels, it tends to render a little better. Okay, and then again, I'm gonna make sure this is centered here. Perfect, okay. And then now, I'm gonna grab this guy and constrain this a little bit. Let's put this to 70. Okay. And for some reason that didn't resize exactly centered, so I'm gonna center it one more time. Cool, okay. So now this is like what it's gonna look finito, obviously. Now the way I get it into Godot, because you can see I've got these in kind of ragdoll type things, is that I make a copy of the group, because I want to maintain what it should look like, right, in my vision, Okay, and so now I'll grab this group, and then I'll call this group exploded, and then this group normal, and then we'll separate these. So we'll put the head kind of over here-ish, and then the torso, same deal, somewhere else where it can easily be grabbed. It's crazy that, do I want the arm to be? You know what? I think that would be pretty cool if we made the arm its own body and kind of twisted that. So that's quite a bit of detail that I'm doing here, but we're gonna go for it. Okay. So yeah, we'll do torso right there. And grab the arm. And you got to think about, as long as these guys are in their boxes, right? So this one's probably gonna knock, hit on. Yeah, put this like over here, I guess. That's should be, because you can imagine like if this is a box, it's gonna extend to all the way over to here. So we can just put that over there. Then we'll be safe. This should be safe. And then for the feet in this exploded group, they're the same feet. So we're just gonna grab one and then stick it where we want. I mean, we might as well actually do that with this just to be safe. And there you go. Yeah. So now I'll go ahead. I actually have not saved this. I have a bad problem with never saving stuff and then my program crashing. So, okay, this enemy _2. And then I will export it as a PNG. Whole document, export, enemies, enemy2. Okay, save. Cool, cool. So now I'm gonna go ahead and make this new class. I'm gonna make, well, yeah. So the best way to do this is to actually make like a programmable enemy class, because these guys are gonna have a lot of the same code. So I probably should do that, but that is much more work and a little more difficult, and it just saves you. It's much more programmatic and smart, and I've done it. But I'm just gonna make a new scene because that's easier. So we're gonna grab a kinematic body 2D with a collision shape. Okay, I'm gonna add a node to this, and then I'm gonna name this enemy _2. Okay, and I'm gonna save it, enemy2, right there. Okay, collision shape, I'm not gonna add that yet. And then to this node, I'm also gonna rename this animated skeleton. And then to that, we're gonna add a right node, and then to that sprite, I'm gonna add our texture. There we go. Okay, now you can see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4 body parts plus an extra foot, so we need 5 sprites, and I'm gonna copy this just 5 times. Okay, there we go. And then I'm gonna hide these ones. So we've just got this, call this one head, and then you go to region, enabled, and if you go to texture region, you can do it this way, which I prefer to do. Just because. Oopsies. So I get like a basic idea from this. So I'll do something like this, and then now we've got the head, close as we can get it. Okay, click off, make sure I'm not cutting anything. It kind of looks like I'm cutting a little bit of the head. So I'm gonna just take the head, and because I can afford to, maybe that was quite a bit, but yeah, something like that. Okay, cool. Save. Yeah, it looked like just a little bit to me, like I was cutting the head there. So I'm just gonna replace it, and then Godot should go to auto re-imported. So now we can do a little bit of this, something like that. And then if we click back on the head, now we can see what this is doing. So the X, I can set these two nice round numbers, 2, 2, 54, and 46. I'll do 46. Okay, and there's that. Cool. There's the head. And then we're gonna do the same deal here. Go this, and then I'll name this torso. Yes, okay. Region, enabled, texture region, and then we go and snag the torso right there. Okay. come right over here and we'll tweak this to 43 by, let's do 52 and 42. Okay, and then the width will be, what if we do 30? Nah. 28, yeah, and 32. No, we need that to be taller. Let's do 3. Okay, we'll make this 34. And there you go. We can now make that 52. It'll work better. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. I just like using even numbers because I am that kind of guy. Okay, we'll make this one visible. Here, we'll call this arm. I'm planning on having this guy just like Naruto run. So his only needs one arm. We're just gonna like follow behind him. You know what Naruto running is. If you don't know, leave. I'm kidding, but yeah, Naruto running is a thing. Okay, so we'll do this. 23, 58, 16. We can probably do 16 by 16. Now it should be taller, so we'll do 16 by 18 right there. And it looks pretty centered on the thing, so that's cool too. And the good news is if I do want 2 arms, which I don't think I do right now, but if I did, I would just copy and paste this and then move it behind one of them. Oh yeah, and then I always do this, but we can delete one of those because now for this guy, we're gonna do the same thing, but then we could just duplicate it. It's actually better to do that. So this is gonna be foot, okay? And then okay, and then you definitely want to try and get the foot a little more centered than a lot of the other ones. Okay, so that's good, and that's just because we're gonna rotate the foot when we animate it. So if you have it nice and centered, just makes it look better when you rotate it. Okay, this will be, this should be 0, but I guess we'll put it to 0.1. Yeah, that's all messing with it, isn't it? Set that to 0. Okay, so it's 0.88, so we actually need this to be 1 to be better. Then this 61.5 right on the dot there. What if we do, what's this one at? This one is at 16 for sure, and then we'll put this one at 62, I guess. 61. Yeah, we'll just go 61.5. That's round enough for me. 16, and then this will be, it'll have to be 13. I'll probably go 12. Yeah, okay, that looks pretty good to me. There you go. There you go, there you go. What's going on? Don't read whatever language that is, but welcome to the stream. Doing some, well, not even art anymore, but we are putting some stuff together. So now comes the exciting part of building our guy, because we've now gotten all of these guys into the game. Okay, okay. So what I typically tend to do is keep the torso centered at 0, and then we'll move the head and whatnot where we want it to be. So head goes there, arm goes, that's the wrong one because they're in the way. Grab the arm, stick this guy right there. Very nice, very nice. Okay, and then now we'll mess with the feet. So I want the foot 1 to be in front, okay, a little bit closer, and then foot 2 is gonna be back a little farther down, something like that. Okay, and then, so this is important because I really want to go back to Paper Mario 2D. Hey guys. So the way they animate feet is like super duper easy. This is also my favorite game of all time, just in case anyone's wondering. I think I've said that before. Of course, I go right into like probably one of the longest cutscenes of the game. Oh, that would have worked actually. There's no way. What is my luck here? Half the game is you just running around and I'm getting all the cutscenes. Okay. Oh, he's a jumper. Yep. So that's so funny. So when you play this game, it's actually faster to jump everywhere, so he's not even gonna walk for me. I mean, it does. Okay, let's go back one. Oh, hell yeah. There he goes. So I'm going to watch this in 2 times, or slow speed, because I'm essentially going to copy this frame by frame. Yeah, it's just literally going in a perfect parabolic arc for walking. Oh yeah, and then I do want to see what he looks like when he is, so he's standing like that, the feet just ever so slightly overlap each other like that. So yeah, so we'll do something similar with our feeties, our footses. Okay, foot one, probably, and then there, you're probably like right in line with the torso here. So we will grab this foot here, go somewhere like that. So when he's standing, but I mean, you're never going to see this guy standing, most likely. And then we'll move those guys to be right where I want them to be, just like that. But that kind of looks like he's leaning forward to me. Maybe that's just me. I kind of don't want him to have that look. So if we go a little more forward, yeah, he looks like such a goofball. Okay, so then now what we do is we add an animated, animation player. There it is. And then we can make these animations. So this is pretty cool. So we'll go animation, new, and I'll make an idle animation first because, oh, crikey. I have this tendency to capitalize things, which is not good in code because then I forget that I capitalize something. So I've been doing these by 0.25 second increments, and then the idle animation is usually only going to be 0.5 seconds because there's going to be this. So this is what he's normally standing at. So you grab all of these, and then click animation to make sure we're doing that. Then we press the keyframe and it just inserts all the tracks for those. Okay, and then you do what you want. So I'm gonna take the head and torso and arm, and we're just gonna move these guys down one like that. A little less, because we don't wanna go all the way down, but pretty close. Then go back to the animation, and then we're going to key all those frames. Oopsies, undo that key, hopefully. Yeah, okay. These should snap at 0.25 seconds, but they're not for some reason. Why is it not snapping? Why are you not snapping? What the heck? I haven't really had that issue before, to be honest. With this guy, like if oh, it's not snapping here either. That's super weird. If I turn it off. Oh, that's weird. That's definitely weird, but okay. But this is off here. Okay. Far be it from me. Okay, so we'll take the head and torso, move them down, move the torso up a wee bit, just like that, and then I'm going to take the head and move that, oopsies, a little bit closer to the torso, and then I'm going to take both the head and torso, and I'm going to go ahead and key those frames here. There we go. So you can see that these bob down like that. Okay, and then I also, of course, now want to mess with the arm. Actually, you know what? That's okay. So let's go to animation, and then, yeah, I can just do that by, no. Okay, arm, torso here is at transform 0, 0, and then torso here has been moved down by 4, so we'll just move the arm down by 4 here. That's not good. Yeah, I'm gonna fix that. So X is 4, this is -1. Yeah, we'll just do that. Okay, key it. And then here, we're just going down by another 4. but it's 4, so we're gonna do +4, right? Yeah, so I thought, okay, we'll do that. So now this moves, but what I also want to do now is add, so in the middle of this, so 0.125, I'm gonna add to the snap here, and then we'll go right here, so this is right in the middle. Actually, I guess we don't want it right in the middle. We want it 0.1, very close to this. I'm gonna have the arm kind of twist. So I'm gonna have here, the rotation is gonna go a little like that. Okay, so we'll do -16, okay, and then we'll key that frame there, and then we'll click loop, and let's take a look at what the idle frame animation. I could probably do without the arm moving. Okay, then I'm not gonna mess with the arm. That's funny. Okay, so then all we gotta do is delete this frame, delete key, and then go play it. What it looks like without that. He's probably not even gonna idle that much, so I'm not gonna worry too much about this. What he is going to do very often is walk. So I'm gonna make a new animation called walk, and then we'll do something relatively similar here. So I think, so we're gonna make this point. We actually will do these, I think, by do 0.125 second increments, because those add up to 0.25s. That's an eighth. That's like the one good thing about inches, is I've really gotten good at doing that. 0.125 inches is an eighth of an inch. So we've got this guy. Now what are we gonna do with the head and torso? So for the first frame, I'm gonna go ahead and take the head and torso, and I guess we'll leave them at 0. So for the, I want to make sure we're in animation, but it's not giving us the option. That's cool. Whatever. So yeah, I'll do that, and I'll just key the whole thing. But we are going to change it considerably here. I'm going to take the torso, and I want to move it down probably 1, because we're going to change the rotation degrees to be leaning forward just a tad. So that's going to be -16. Okay, just like that. And then we've gone down there. So I'll go ahead and key that again. We want the arm to then move to kind of work on that. So move it about wherever it was. You know what would be smart of me to do is to put the arm as a child of the torso, but now it's a little too late to do that. So this 2, I'm gonna make the Y as, well, what was it before? I don't know what it was as a default. Okay, let's go to idle. So the default was -1. Okay, cool. And so we want this -1, 4. We want this to probably go ahead to 2. Yep, and then we want this to go, we can leave that where it is. And then I'm going to change the angle to make it rock backward. Whoa, why did it do that? Rock backward considerably, kind of like this. Okay, and then I guess we do need to actually go up here, huh? Oh no, the X was good. We'll just keep that at 4, I guess. And then we'll have this just go up a tad, so probably to 0. I'm sorry. -2, 2. Like that. Okay, cool. And then I'm going to go ahead and key, this is -35. That, and then we're going to key this frame. Create, okay. So then that's our first frame for our torso, and our head is also going to come down just a tad. It's going to move forward, come down a little more, and then we're going to give it a transform. Why is that a thing? Oh no, don't tell me. Oy, Dios mío. Okay, so we don't want these funky things here. This is be 0.125 seconds. Okay, so right there, gonna set this to 2 and negative 35. It's just very much so helpful to have these in nice clean cut integers. So we'll set this to 2 and negative 28. Except that, which just makes life a lot easier for me. Okay, so now if we go to walk, go here, head, and we can set that back to 2 and negative 35, even though we're about to change it, just so we've got nice numbers as a starting off point. And then I think I'll put the head forward one. Okay, like that. And then we're gonna rotate it, which is probably gonna have to. Yeah, something like that. So yeah, we'll give it again a negative 16. Okay, and then we'll keep it where it is for the most part. I'll key it, but then I want to go check what it was in idle because I already forgot. So it's 2. The x is 2 and the y is negative 35. So we go into walk, we got negative 31, so it's come forward considerably. Oh, it didn't key the rotation degrees. So it's negative 16. Okay, and then, so I think if we make this negative 6, and then we make this negative 30, sorry, wrong direction, negative 28. Wait, what's happening with me? Negative 32. That's about right. Okay, so then let's get all those guys. I've got that. Now we just need the feet to go ahead and do their thing. So I'm going to be copying his walk cycle. Yeah, they're literally just, and it looks great. And then the parabola on us is going to be much smaller. It's going to be from like here to like there. In fact, I'm going to do something, this little trick. I can add a collision shape. Oh, dude, I'm so sorry for not responding if you're still here. This is vector software, but then I'm turning it into a PNG image. So we're gonna make this a circle shape and make it a little bit bigger. And then I'm gonna go to visibility, modulate, and take the opacity down considerably, just enough so we can still see it. And then I'm gonna use this right here as like my parabola. Are these perfectly? I guess it's like much bigger than the body, so something like that even. Probably what we're looking for. Probably want these to start like right here though. Yep, there we go. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is take both these feet and I'm gonna try and, oopsies, by eye, I'm just going to center these. Get the move tool. I'm gonna center these by eye about where I think they should be under there, and then we'll go to the transform property, and then, okay, negative 4.5, not, oh, fudge me, okay. Okay, what are you? So this is negative 1. And then this one here is 4. Okay. Oh, that shouldn't be. So we'll just call it 25. 26. Okay. And then the foot here is negative 1, 23. Okay. Cool. Cool. So that's good. Now for the first, it looks to me. Yeah, basically. Okay, and that's it. So I'm gonna do that for the first frame, I think. I wish I could get this in a better, like, little frame by frame thing. Oh my god. I don't know why I didn't do this before, but there's almost certainly, well, that works too. Okay, so most characters when you're doing animation have an up cycle, a contact pose, and a down cycle. It looks like his down cycle is going to be right about here. So we could actually theoretically, I think I will, leave this like this with the feet. So I'm going to take both the feet. I'm going to go ahead and key them here. So this is the down pose. Okay, so keys, create 4 new tracks, create. Okay, now, for right now I'm actually going to set this to 0.25 increments, and this is going to end up being 2 seconds. This is the most difficult cycle to make. So we'll go here, and then so now, yeah, so this is our down, actually. So we want, I guess we might even want everything to be a little lower. Potentially. Because this is, well, here, what do we have these at? So we go to transform. Yeah, we got those in -6. So this will be, that'll be our down pose, I guess. Oh, no, not -6. Okay, now what I want to do, I can move it backwards, move it down. So you usually don't start with the down pose, you start with the contact pose. Contact, down, contact, up. So if this is down, then what we should actually do is take all of these guys and I'll go ahead and duplicate them here, but then what I'm actually going to do is change them here because this is not going to be. So I think then I'll go ahead and do the up cycle. Nah, I'll just do contact. So that's going to be midway through the parabola. But yeah, to determine that I'm going to want, so go 2 more over, and then I'm going to duplicate all these, duplicate keys here, and then what I'm going to do is move these upward. So I'm going to move the torso, arm, torso, and the head, and I'm going to move them all upward like that. So this is the up pose, and I'm going to key those frames here. Okay, and then when it's up, I'm going to want the arm to increase its That's fine. Okay, -60. Okay. And then, so let's key that, but we also got to check here. Yeah, we might want to, definitely want to move this up by like 1 or 2 pixels. Do -8. Oh God, why can't I get that right? -12. Okay, key that. Yeah, that looks good. I mean, I might even just get rid of the feet, we'll see, because the hover kind of looks good, but I think I'm also not going to do, I don't know why, but for this guy, I feel like you don't really need to do these poses. So I'm gonna actually delete these keys because this is all you need, right? So we've got up, down, up. Well, if we loop this, then it becomes easier because you can see like this is essentially an idle here. But we will, so we'll go duplicate these keys and then we'll go 1, 2, and then we'll click duplicate keys. And then we'll need 1, 2, and then we'll duplicate these keys one more time. Okay, and then now if we play it, you can see that you get the up cycle and the down cycle of his body. Now we just need to get the feet moving, and for them it should be actually relatively easy, although those are certainly my famous last words. So these are for the down pose here. And yeah, so we might actually not even need to do a full 4 for this guy, but we'll see. So here, what we want we'll even do it. We'll do it here just to make my life a little easier. And we want. So first, what I'll do is duplicate them here, duplicate keys, but we're not going to leave them there. In fact, I guess we'll do this one, and then we'll take foot. So this is foot 1. It's going to be probably about there on the arch. So we'll move that best we can, like about there, which is looking like negative 10.5. Well, we don't need to do it. Negative 10, okay. And then 19. In fact, we will do that 20, no, we'll do that 18. 18. And then I'm going to change the rotation to be something like that. Okay, so we'll do that as 45 look like. I think 45 is probably good. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and key that in. And now we'll go foot number 2, which is going to be, what's the height at foot number 1? It is 18. So we'll set this to 18. And then I will move this over here. And then we want this to be slightly lower. So we'll set this to 20. I guess it should be 19 lower. So we'll do that. And then we want basically the opposite here. So negative 45, like that. Okay, so you're doing a little Naruto run there. Naruto. Okay, we'll key that. And then so ideally, I mean, it's not going to look good now. Yeah, so it's not, we'll add some more, but you can see that it's going from this to the top of the run phase there. So this is the contact, this is the up. So this contact actually shouldn't be like that. Oh, the down is like that. Okay, cool, cool. Yeah, so that's why. Okay, so that makes a lot of sense. So the foot 1 was at 18 in the next one. So we want it shorter, so it's half, or I'm sorry, 18 minus 23 divided by 2. Well, we can just do this. 23 minus 18 divided by 2 plus 18. Am I stupid? Why? I want this like here. So not quite 18. So it's 18. Yeah, we want it half the way there. So we got 18. I'm sorry, 23 minus 18. Okay, is 5. So that's 2.5. So we have 18 plus 2.5. Maybe my math before wasn't good, but then we want the x. We'll set this to, doesn't matter exactly, we just want it to look good. And then the rotation degrees, so I'm going to key this frame right now. I'm going to go back here. Sorry, here, the rotation degrees was 45. Here the rotation degrees is 0, and half of 45 is 22.5. So I'll set that to 22.5. Just like that. And then we'll key that as well. And so now it should have a nice smooth parabolic arch like that. But anyway, maybe it needs to go down a little more actually. So set this to 20, other way around. 21. Okay, key that. I mean, I could actually calculate the circle, but I feel like I don't want to do that, nor do I feel like it is necessary. I do think this needs to go a little more forward there, and that is going to help it out as well. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, so we've done that. Now we just need to do the second foot here. So again, we're going to do the very similar process. Here it's 4, 26, 1, and here we've got, why is that 14? Or some odd number. This should be at least relatively exact. We get 15. Yeah, just do that. Okay, and then here, go to this one, negative 22.5. Key to that one, and then we want 19 minus 26. 26 minus 19 equals 7 plus 19 equals... Hey. Okay, so we need 19 plus 3. It's right about there. Don't tell me it's exactly the same. I'll cry. Okay, what do we got? What's the foot one? Foot one is at 23. Why is it doing that? But anyway, so foot one is at 23. Okay. This should be at -1. I don't know why it's not. 23. So we want foot 2 here to be at 23 as well, probably. But we want, this is the back foot, so we want this to be a little bit lower. So we'll probably make this one like 21. Why can't I figure this out? 25. Okay. Let's just 24. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and move that all the way to the back here. So I'll just bring it to where I think it looks good. Looks about good. Okay, that's 10. Now we'll do 11. We'll key that frame right there. And now we've got, now we just need him to come back down. What? Okay, the upward movement looked good. Now we just need to get the downward movement, and then I don't think I'll probably play it at a much faster speed than this. So if we go to the animation player, we can play it at playback options, play it at like 3 maybe. Maybe even faster. We'll probably mess around with this to get it where we want, but... Okay, cool. Anyway, for right now, this is cool. But we're gonna fix the feet, obviously. Okay, there's that, there's that. This is the apex, and then we're going to copy these feet to right here. Duplicate keys. So now come back down, and then here we want these again. Duplicate keys. Now the problem here is that we don't want, we can't just copy again, because now we want the back foot to come in front and the front foot to go in back. So kind of the opposite of what we did. You can tell because we're tweening between them, so you'll be able to see that if we don't do it. Basically, I probably should have started on this one, because now this is going to make it a tad bit more complicated, but I think we'll figure it out. Okay. Like you could... Okay, so got this. Get down on the contact again, and now we're going to move over one more. And we're going to take our hind foot and stick it basically right where this one is. So we'll go for foot 1 and -9, 21, 22.5. Okay, we'll go to foot 1, -9, 21, 22.5. Okay, and then I'll key that, and then we'll do something very similar to go to the other guy. So here we have 11, 23, -22.5. Go 11, 23, -22.5. I think that can't be right. I guess that's okay. Yeah. Okay, and then just basically do the same thing. So this one would now be the up pose, which is this one. So we -11, 18, 45.
monsters.
Negative 11, 18, 45. And we'll key that. Okay. Back over there. 15, 19, negative 45. 15, 19, negative 45. Key that up. Okay. Okay. What's up, Bot Studio? I'm talking now. My girlfriend is breaking. So I'm trying to make the walk animation for this guy now. I think it's going all right. Let's see. So theoretically, we should have, these will be right here, so that's okay. Doom, 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 doom. And then this should technically be this one, but not this one. Okay, so for this one, foot 1 is negative 9, 21, 22.5. And I'm going to go here. Negative 9, 21, 22.5. I think that was, I'm really bad at remembering numbers for some reason like that. Okay. That looks good. Okay, and then on this one we got 11, 23, negative 22.5. Let's go here. 11, 23, negative 22.5. Okay. And then key that, and now we should have a walk cycle that works. I can go ahead and delete this closing shape because I no longer need it. Yep, that works. I would like there to be a little bit more movement between the head and the torso. That's pretty easy to fix. And then I'm very likely going to speed this up considerably. Do like 3. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's actually very solid. Bot Studio, you still there, mate? Yeah, I think that looks pretty darn good, if I do say so myself. I mean, you're definitely, I want to kill that thing. You know what I mean? I definitely want to kill that thing. It's kind of cute, but yeah, there's enemy 2. And there's enemy 1. Oh, it's not running. I get the lock. 4. Yeah. It doesn't look that threatening, but you know, you get the idea. I actually really like, so this is the Paper Mario walk cycle, and I think it looks just very, it works surprisingly well. Okay, so now I'm going to add a little bit of movement to the head. I actually think that's very nice and solid. Clean walking, speed up looks nice on the walking missions. Yeah, thanks, dude. Enemy 1, I think I'm going to have him move notably more slowly and kind of be like a hulking presence. I think this is a little too, I love his walk. I think his walk looks epic. It's like very like terrestrial, kind of like stomping down and like hulking. But I might speed this up a little bit. So let's see what 2 looks like. That's a little too fast, and I think 1.5 is probably going to be nice. 21.5. 1.5. Yeah, I think that's solid for him. You can tell what he's doing still. I made his heart, which is gonna glow actually if we add a glow animation. I think I'm gonna re-export these to make all the eyes glow, which is cool. You just export them on separate layers and connect them, put those lights as children of each piece and line them up correctly, and then voila, you have lights, and then you make those glow via my glow effect tutorial. So we can. Actually, I might as well I'll just hide that for right now. Whatever. Anyway, there's that. Cool. And we've got this guy going. I guess you can only have one animation player playing at a time. So let's do this. So I definitely want the separation to be the least on the down cycle, which this is. So we'll take the head and we'll go like down, maybe even 3 here. I'll do 2. Okay. And I'll key the position, and then I will go to the next down cycle. 1, 2. That, key that, and then on the up cycle, I'm going to move the head up to like that. Down pose, not cycle. Okay. There we go. That adds a lot more to it, I think. Head is bobbing. considerably more. Just makes it look a lot more lively. Dig it, I dig it, I dig it, I dig it, dig it, dig it, dig it, dig it, dig, 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 dig it. Okay. Cool. I think it'll actually be very easy to add colors to this if I wanted to. But yeah, that's how I would do those. Yeah. Let's see. I might. That actually does not take very long at all to do. Now that we've gotten this, you just stick them in. So I think I'm probably going to do that. In fact, I think you can actually just copy and paste this, and then you change the texture. And yeah, I think I'm going to try and do that real quick. So let's do it with him. So what I'm going to do here is we go into. I'll just make another copy. So we'll do exploded underscore lights. And then I'll go and everything that's not glowing, we will make it vanish here. Oh, because this is still visible. Okay. Oh, but we need these to then... That high key looks a little scarier like that to me, but we'll see. We will see. Maybe I actually don't think it'll mess with them too much to just have the whole eye available. So we'll see what that looks like. Okay, let's do that. I'll keep these guys both, and then I will remove this curve here. Should not be like that. And then I don't think it'll mess with those colors too much because I want to be able to stick the light like right on top. We're gonna have issues. We're gonna have some issues, my friends. Actually, no, it won't be as bad as I'm thinking. There's some minor things I can fix to get rid of that. So there's that. Now let's get the feet. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is duplicate this and then use this to cut that. And so now you can see it doesn't look like it changed anything, but now it's cut perfectly to that one rather than just being behind it. And then we'll do the same thing here. Copy that, cut that, and do that. Okay, so now we've got our lights here, and I'm gonna go ahead and export this. Export enemy2 underscore lights. Okay. And then we could do a little, just bring this guy back. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is, it should appear, yeah, there it is. Okay, so I'll do something like this with the head. I'll duplicate it, stick it in right there. Okay, and then I'm gonna take the lights. Why is that happening? That shouldn't be happening. There we go. And then if I do this, yeah, and if I do this, well here, if I take the visibility, like crank up the, yeah, look at that. Now we got the lights working. So the way I'll make them glow is just by increasing the values a little bit. So we'll do 1.3, 1.2, 0.3. And then when I add the glow world environment, which is on all the scenes, then it'll appear as if they are glowing. They might need a little more intense than that because they're so small. This will be head underscore lights. Okay, visibility. Let's crank this to 1.5. Yeah, baby, yeah. 1.4 and 1.5. Oh yeah. Oh yes, that looks very cool. Okay, 1.5, 1.4, 1.5. Those are some good settings. Then I'll go ahead and do the same thing with the torso. Duplicate the torso. Rename it torso underscore lights. And then click and drag that into the texture. That's a problem, isn't it? Did I do something? Why is that not lining up exactly? It should line up exactly. I mean, it just worked for the other one, didn't it? Like if I make a copy of torso, okay, and then put it as a child of that, should be able to now, yeah, that's odd then, isn't it? Am I tripping? Okay, cool. Yeah, so I think I should probably just pause it to relieve that issue. Okay, so now we're in the lights, visibility, and then again, set this to 1.5, 1.4, and 1.5. That should glow relatively well. It's enough where I think you get the picture. Maybe I'll increase that a little bit. I guess they could all be different because there's different amounts of the actual glow in there. So make this 0.6, this 1.6, 1.5. Yeah, not a ton of glow, but I think you get it. And then that's it, actually. Well, I guess we could do the arm too. We should do the arm, but you're definitely barely going to see the arm. Okay. Ah, that's why. That is why, my friend. Okay. Pause it. Duplicate the arm. Stick it there. We can play again now. And then arm underscore lights. Drag the lights in there. Okay. And then crank up that visibility. To 1.82. I just feel like that's not offering a whole lot to the table. I'll just change that because it's glowing right now. It's making the black outline pink. Oh, but I could easily fix that. Okay, yeah, I'm stupid for not doing it at the very first time actually. So if we go to all of these, I can just go ahead and remove. Oh, dude, yes, thank you very much. Lots of good fixes I just somehow didn't think of before. So we're going to get rid of the stroke on this, and then I'm actually going to just get rid of the fill. And then, yeah, and then we just have the pink left over. And then on the pink, I can do the exact same thing. I can just remove the stroke. And then what I actually should be able to do is, like, for something like this, I can grab. That's not going to let me do that, but that's okay. So we'll get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Now we've got just the pinks. And then we'll do the same thing here. Get rid of the stroke. And then here. Get rid of the stroke. Okay. Save it in like that. But the that was almost bad. Underscore lights. Place. There we go. That looks freaking cool now. Okay. Still here, Bot Studio. Look at that. What do you think of that? I think I actually need to calm down the lights on the torso because it should be torso underscore lights because that looks a little bit much to me. Raw 1.4, 1.3, 1.4. That's 1.3. There you go. Now it's still glowing, but it's, you know, I want this to be the center point. And then same thing for the arm. We'll decrease those a little bit substantially. So make this 1.8, 1.7, and 1.8. I think that looks pretty good. Okay. And now I'm just going to quickly do this exact same thing for this enemy here. Now I've already done it. Well, I also want to delete this world environment, and then so the glow will temporarily stop. So we'll save this, and then I'll go here and add the glow environment as well. And you can see we get a little bit of glow. Here's about probably the size we're actually going to see that. So I want to make sure that this thing actually glows. So we have the heart, and then what I want to set this heart to. 1.4 maybe? 1.3, 1.4. Yeah, that's a nice little glow. And then we'll do the same thing here while we go into this. I'm gonna make cut. I'm gonna name it exploded just to be contiguous. and then we'll do the same thing. I don't need the heart. Head, we will remove those things. Okay, and then from thus eyes, I can do this for both of them, which is nice. Remove that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Want that, and then no stroke no more. Oops, I did it again. I played with your heart. I fucked up your fans. Okay, pop, 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 pop. Don't need the torso whatsoever. Actually, I don't even know if I want the claws to glow. I guess I'll make the claws glow. They're pink. It'd be weird if they didn't. And then we'll just grab both of these guys and do this. Okay, and there we go. Now we can go ahead and export this. Export enemy 1 underscore lights camera action. Okay, torso, we don't need torso. Head. Okay, let's okay, doesn't exactly matter where it is. Okay, going to duplicate our head right there, duplicate our foot, and duplicate our foot. Okay, and then for all those guys, go 1 lights, bada bing, bada bing, bada bing. Okay, and then we'll crank up. And we get the we've got the glow world alarm in there. Crank up the visibility. 1.6, 1.6, 1.6. This should be 1.5. Yeah, that's a sweet looking glow. In fact, I'm just going to duplicate that and then stick it right here. Not there. Right there. No, that's gonna be a problem. Yeah, I'll do it, whatever. One 1.6, 1.5, 1.6. No, I never released that game. I'm thinking about finishing it up, but now it's like I get better and I want to change so much stuff. So as it is right now, if you ever played Fishbowl, you like actually everyone goes on the same phone and types. So you'd have to have one phone and pass it around, which is like okay, it works. But now I've actually figured out a way to very easily have everyone download the app on their phone, and then everybody can connect, and everyone can just use their own phone, which would be very cool. Yes, Abigail. So I think that would be cooler. So I think I'm gonna probably do that, and then I'm gonna pay. I don't want to pay for the Apple membership. Is kind of why I didn't do that. It's actually 100% why I didn't do that. Is that glow too much? Is that a little too much glow? I actually think that might be a little too much glow. What is it? Okay, these guys can hit it. Oh, that's why it was too much. Okay, yeah, because that looks fine. And I might increase the heart just a teensy bit again. That's a teensy bit. Yep, that looks good. And then we'll just do the headlights. And some might say the eyes, not eye, clearly. 1.5 maybe? How's that look? 1.4, 1.5. Oh, there you go. Yeah, baby, yeah. That's pretty cool. I think that looks really cool. I like that a lot. And that's how you do it, boys. I'm gonna have to walk the dogs in 20 minutes, but I'm gonna see what I can do until then. Yeah, I really should have made enemy 1 and 2 one and the same, and then... but see, then they're gonna have different animated skeletons, but I can make the animated skeletons... Actually, that wouldn't be too bad. Maybe it would be. Because they're gonna have the exact same code. Both these enemies, almost exactly, like they're gonna have a little bit, the only thing that's gonna be different is like health and stuff like that. So those could be export variables, and then we just save them as different instances. But basically I'm gonna be copying and pasting quite a bit of code when I make these. And then I need to make a third enemy type, actually more so than I even need to make these guys. Oh yeah, let's get rid of the glow world environment. But yeah, I guess I might as well get into getting these guys going. Okay, so I'm gonna make, well first let's do this. A new, what's that, a circle shape. And then we'll make this bigger. Move this like that. No, okay, cool. So I want it to be like relatively easy to hit these guys. So that's gonna be his, well that's actually, this is not that, this is his collision shape. So let's do this and then just put that like right there. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so that's his collision shape. And then here's the animated skeleton. We're going to need to add, well for this guy, we probably actually won't need an animation player. Oh, maybe. Yeah, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. Because his movement is going to be simple enough. He's going to basically run back and forth, stop, and then shoot. He's got those 3 things. So he's going to have 3 animations. And I feel like that's simple enough where I don't need to use the complexities of the animation tree player. So I'm going to go ahead and add an area, 2D, and we'll add a collision shape. Okay, and then to this is going to be a circle. And then this one, so I'm gonna go do that. And then this one, because it's going to be his hitbox. Okay, hitbox. Oh yeah, we should also probably stick these guys. So collisions. Put them on the right layer. So what you are. I don't think Bad Dream is really going to be. You shouldn't be called enemies. These should be called Bad Dreams. But okay, I'm going to go to Project Product Settings and make some new layers. And I don't know if all these layers are going to be necessarily necessary. But say enemy _1. Well, the enemies aren't going to collide with each other, and they're going to have very, very similar characteristics. So I think I can actually just keep this as enemy. But yeah, we'll just say they're good dream or bad dreams in reality, but or in quasi reality. So if we go here, we're just going to make this bigger. But I also want to, I like to make the hitboxes green, so that way I know that they are, I can color code them a wee bit. Make a big, I'll also take the modulation down because that's really thick. That's a thick boy. That should be good. So essentially I want these to be relatively easy to hit, and I'm putting it above the feet because you're going to be shooting at them from above, and so I want it to actually look like it's ka-chunking like into them for it to kill them. But like the problem with this, of course, is that like you're going to be able to miss significantly, and it won't even look like it's hitting them. So maybe we do this. That's probably better. And this is still, you could shoot here and it's gonna hit them, but kill them. But hopefully they're moving too fast for you to notice. I don't know. You know what I'm gonna do is that if you shoot behind them, it's harder to hit them, but if you shoot in front of it, it's easy to hit them. So what I'm gonna do is change this to be a this doesn't matter if it's a capsule or a square, so I'm gonna do a square shape. Can you rotate the squares? It'd be nice if you could. Oh yes, you can. You go to transform, and you can change the rotation. Okay, so we'll make this nice and long like that, and then I think it's not 45 degrees. I think it's at negative 16 degrees. Yeah. Okay. There you go. Because if you're that close to hitting this guy, you will hit him. I do want to do a capsule shape. Okay, last time, I swear. I swear on nothing, honestly, because I can change who I am in an instant. Go. And the reason I switched over to this shape is because, oh, that's nice. Yeah, let's do a little bit like that, huh? No, I should do negative 18. Okay. Yeah, so the reason I switched over to this is because that way it's got a little more to travel. Like otherwise it could hit you down here. Here it has to hit you all the way up here. So I think that's good. That's a probably solid collision shape. We're at -9 by -22, let's say. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and add a script. We've got 10 minutes till I gotta hop off, but let's see what we can do here. Okay. Ooh. Ooh, baby, baby. Ooh, baby, baby. Ooh, baby, baby. Ooh, baby, baby. These should definitely be one script. So I'm going to make this one first, and then we'll see. So we're going to make a few constants here. I'm going to do constant max underscore val, which I'm going to set equal to, let's do 300 for him. I guess these should be export bars, if just in case. Export bar equals 300. If you know what an export variable is, if you do this, now you can see that, or not, where is it? There should be, oh, I didn't title it. Okay, export var max underscore val equals this. Okay, and if we go here, there we go. Now we've got a max velocity and we can change it as much as we want. So the idea is that when I make the script for just a general purpose script, we can add it to the enemy one, and then I can go into this variable and be like, oh, I don't want them moving that fast. I want them moving 150. That's what I've done for my other game, and it works great. You can just instance a script, make sure it's a different script, and then you can change it how you might like to change it. But we will see, because, yeah, we will certainly see. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this, or at least hide it. I might make these constants with export var. Oh yeah, health equals 1. Okay, I want these guys to be really easy to kill. You hit them once, they pop off. And I think that's all we're going to need to change between them is the movement speed and the health. Everything else should be, oh, and then probably acceleration. Export var acceleration. And the reason I'm capitalizing these is because I would typically make these, actually this wouldn't be, this would be regular. I'll do this. These would typically be constants, but they're export vars, but they're export vars that will be constant. So that's why I'm capitalizing them like this. That's just my own thing that I do. Okay, export var max velocity equals 300. Export var acceleration, if we do 10, it's like we do 30, and then it takes a 1/6 of a second to get up to full. Okay, there we go. Yeah, okay. And then what else do we need? We don't need input var. Yeah, I think that should be good for right now. We're probably going to need to grab some on-ready variables and whatnot. I don't even know where to start with this guy. So, I guess we probably, one thing we can do is that if we go to level here, or actually we should probably go to foreground. Oh no, it's in, yeah, I've got this test here. I've made it visible in game off so that we can test. So we've got what is the distance between here and here, and that is the distance it's going to find. Just like this. Okay. Oh, this is ceiling. Yeah, so that's good right there. I mean, I probably want this to actually be lower. Yeah, because I want him to actually hit it if he ever gets up there. But anyway, you're never going to be able to go past the ceiling. That's the point. And I'm not saying anything about the, you know, how unfair the system is. Okay. So from here to here, which is not a beautiful number, but it looks like it's about 200 pixels. It's actually very close. So this is, it's quite a pain, huh? Oh, it's nothing perfect. What's that? 100? Looks like it's about 2,000 pixels. Oh no, it does say 100, doesn't it? Oh, because we're going from 0, so that's not the center. So we've got 0 to 1,000. So it's just less than 1,000 pixels. This would be 975. So oh yeah, we can do that. So between, and you must be between your x values of 100 and 975. Okay, so then I'm going to go enemy 2 here, and then these will be constants. Constant, left, underscore border equals vector 2, x is going to be, was that 100, and then y of, oh, we just need, yeah, we can just keep these as 100, and then constant right border, I think I'm having a stroke, equals 975. Okay, and so those are essentially telling us where this is in level. So I'm basically going to say if you're here, turn back and go the other way. And if you're here, turn back and go the other way. Because I'm going to have them running across like this, right?
Okay.
Oh no, little baby. Okay. Okay, so now what we want to do is actually start to write the code to make him run. So I'm going to write function physics process pass right now, and then function movement, and then I'm going to use the move and slide function. So I'm not going to need to pass in delta here. Say movement right here, and we're just going to be calling the movement function. Okay. And then so in this function, this is how I like to do it. You can stick it all, of course. Why is, because I spelled movement wrong? Yeah, freaking dingus. Okay. Keeps things very nice and pretty. And then we're going to specify how he moves. So at the end of this, we're going to say, oh, that is actually something. I want to make a variable right here called variable. velocity equals vector2 dot 0. And then what we'll do here in movement is we'll say move and slide velocity. Okay. So velocity is a vector, and we're going to basically, within this code, we're going to tell it what that vector is. So first thing I guess I want to check for, say if self, we don't need this, global underscore position dot x is less than left border, and then pass for right now, but we're going to say run right, and then elif global underscore position dot x is greater than right border, pass, and then run left. You guessed it. Okay. So I have to think about how, so that's the first thing, right? Is we want them, I don't know if I just want them to run back and forth and never stop. So I think what I'll do is probably have a timer. I could do a frame counting type of deal. That might also work, and then I don't have to add a timer. So for that, I'll make a variable called frames, var frames equals 0. Okay, I'll say var frame underscore limit equals, by default we'll just set it to 100 maybe. I guess that depends on the velocity, right? So the max velocity is 300 pixels per frame, and so you probably want it less than that. Probably like 50? I don't know. So if we're moving 300 pixels per frame, this is what we got to think about, is that we could get, potentially we could move 1,000 pixels, or 900 in this case, in 3 frames. No, that can't be right. I think we'll probably just, I think that's going to be something I'm just going to tweak then, because I don't really want to have to calculate that all out. I think 50 frames is probably fine. So essentially what we're going to do here is okay, say frames plus equals 1. Okay, so we're going to increment frames by 1, and then we're going to say if frames equals, is greater than or equal to frame limit, pass. And this is basically going to tell us to do one of several things, right? We're either, when we hit the frame limit, so we're going to count number of frames. One thing we're going to do is set frame limit, frame underscore limit equals rand I. Why is that not existential? You dummy, huh? Okay, let's look. Okay, I can actually quit out of this program. Let's do it. Ding, ding, ding. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, it's just rand I? How old? Oh, that's old as hell. Oh, we do need to do this though. Function ready randomize. I'm going to do this at all. Cool. Frame limit equals rand I range. That's not working. Yeah, so that is certainly a function. Random numbers require more code to use to express many methods not found in global scope, such as rand I range. So you tell me, did I spell this shit wrong? Nope. It just says rand I range isn't declared in the current class. That's rather annoying. It's a pseudo random 32-bit unsigned integer. I was doing it somewhere. Where was I generating random numbers? Was it in this? No, it was not. Perry? No random there. I mean, I haven't made that much stuff. Charging. Okay, so clearly, nope, one match. That means that I was trying to do it here and then ended up not doing it. Okay, cool, cool. That's fantastic. Okay. Why is this? That should be super easy, right? Like, it should be easy to do a random number.
Aaron, you ready?
Yeah, okay. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'm going to go ahead and walk my doggies. Yeah, hopefully I finish this game.